Hi, Mercedes.
Hi.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, hi.
How's everything going?
Things are going all right, I guess.
Okay. So the last time we talked, we talked about your where getting enrolled, getting your financial aid set up, and working with an advisor for your specific college. But I know you were kind of you weren't sure what you wanted to do. So are you any closer to that?
Not really. I talked with my advisor and they told me about different programs, but I still don't know that I really know what I want to do.
Okay. What are some of your interests?
I like talking to people. I enjoy organization. I like reading. I don't like chaos.
Okay. And so are you thinking about a career in which you can sit at a desk and work kind of independently, or are you looking at maybe a job where you'd work with others?
Oh, I probably want to work with others. It just kind of depends. Lately, I've been thinking that maybe the things I thought about myself aren't true anymore. So, like, I thought I was a really talkative and outgoing person, but I've been having health issues lately. So, I thought maybe that's not who I am anymore. I don't know.
Okay. Do you have some careers in mind?
Well, I've been talking about integrated marketing communications or marketing or some other kind of business degrees with my advisor, but
Okay.
I'm still not really sure.
Okay. And do you know what those careers might look like in the field? Like if are you planning on staying here locally?
I haven't really thought that far ahead, to be honest.
Okay. So do you know what kind of like job you can do with that, like with a degree in that?
Uh, kind of. So my advisor has talked to me a little bit about the different jobs in it, but I'm not sure I still really understand. She had mentioned something like ONET or something like that, but I didn't really look into it.
Okay, so I would definitely recommend going on ONET like they had suggested and doing a career profiler because it'll kind of narrow down just based on the way you answer the questions what you kind of are leaning towards, and then from there it will generate like a field of what your those dynamics fall into, and it'll list all sorts of different types of jobs and careers within that degree or that interest, and then you can click on each individual listing and it'll give you a description as far as what the job is, and
Okay.
it'll also give you a list of like the median pay for that type of job and what the job market currently is, so if it's high
Oh,
demand, low demand, and it'll kind of give you an idea there.
okay. That'd be good.
um, from once you kind of narrowed it down, like if you see some jobs on there like, oh yeah, I'd really like to do that kind of work, what we could maybe look at is internships or
Mhm.
maybe a practicum with someplace here local. We could hook you up with the WSU Handshake, the Career Center, and they can maybe help with an internship or maybe even just maybe like a collaboration where you could meet with someone that's currently working in that job and maybe interview them to see if it would be something that you'd be interested in.
Okay, cool.
And we can kind of do that. So like you do the first one and you're like,
Mhm.
it's not what I thought it was going to be. Then we can maybe go down the list and keep doing that till you find one that you're really invested in.
Okay.
How does that sound?
I mean, I'd be willing to try it. My current job, I'm like kind of like an assistant manager, and so that's why I'm kind of leaning towards maybe management. But I used to think I wanted to do marketing, so I think being able to explore the two different areas would be good to see if like management is different than what I'm currently doing since I just work at a coffee shop.
So what I hear you saying is you actually have a natural resource right there with your job. Have you thought about talking to your manager about what it's like, or to see if you could maybe shadow her for a couple of days to see what it's like to be a manager?
Oh, no, I haven't thought about that. My advisor had asked if I'd ever done schedule building, and I haven't, but I guess I could ask my manager if I could maybe see how they do that and if it's something I would like.
Yeah, and then depending on how big the coffee shop is that you work at, I'm sure that they do marketing.
Mhm.
And so maybe just asking even within the agency that you currently work, if you could maybe shadow the person that does their marketing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And so then you can just use that natural resource to see if that's would be something you'd be interested in.
Mhm.
And who knows, if they see that you're interested, maybe that even opens up the door for stuff later on when you complete, even and being able to stay within the same place.
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
Cool. Are there any, do you see any challenges as far as entering into that field? Like, do you know if they have like do you have to pass a background check, or do they have certain criteria as far as the level of degree that you have?
I think probably just getting my degree might be kind of hard because last time we talked about different family stuff going on. And then like I kind of had a rough first semester. I think I'm doing better, but my first semester was kind of rough. So my GPA isn't the greatest. And then I have to take business calc eventually. And so I don't even know, maybe can I even make it through my classes to get that degree? I don't know.
Okay. So we could maybe look at well, not maybe, we absolutely can look at resources on campus as far as support services like the TRIO DSS, or even disability services, to see if there's some accommodations that can be made, as well as hooking you up with the tutoring center.
Mhm.
And you're in the School of Business program, correct? I
Mhm.
believe they also have tutors specifically for some of their programs or classes.
Okay.
So we could maybe look at those. And then if there's any outside resources you need, like assistance with financial aid or mental health or health, we can look at, discuss further about resources for those as well. So you feel equipped to be able to engage actively in your education.
Okay. Do you think, something I had a question on, when I go to get hired, sometimes they ask, like, if you have a disability, if I disclose that, do you think they would use that to not hire me? Like, is that something I should disclose or not disclose?
Well, so under laws in state of Kansas, you can't be discriminated against based on disability. So if you were to disclose your disability status and then feel like they didn't give you an interview or didn't give you the option because of your disability, then they would, then you could report that. It's really up to you how you feel. If you feel like your disability would impact or affect the
Mhm.
work that you're applying for, probably what we should do is have you speak with career services, because they're going to be a lot more versed in that than I am. So maybe what we need to do is have you speak with career services that can give you some pointers on how to answer those types of questions in an interview.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
Okay. So what should we set as some goals for maybe the next couple of weeks until we speak again?
I think probably seeing if I could shadow my manager, and maybe see how they do schedule building to see if it's something I would like.
Okay.
And maybe see if I could get the contact information for the person that does our marketing, to see if they'd be willing to let me shadow as well. And I guess set up an appointment with career services.
Okay. Sounds good. And so when do you want to meet again? You want to try to just connect here in another couple of weeks, or?
Yeah, probably a couple weeks would be good. Since it's summer, I'll actually be pretty busy this month. So maybe in like a month or closer to the start of the semester.
Okay, sounds good. And are you already enrolled?
Yes, I enrolled for summer, and depending on how I feel the start of my summer goes, I'm going to meet with my advisor again to pick out fall.
Okay, and you're still just taking your gen ed classes at current, right?
Mostly.
Okay, so that gives us some time to figure out if this is the way that you want to go or if it's not, and getting it figured out now before we get too far into required classes. So I think we're right on track with where we need to be right now.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yep, sounds good.
Okay, well, I'll see you again in a couple of weeks then, and we'll see where we go from there.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.